All right, let's get this ranked match started. 3 reasons why Russell Wilson is better than Peyton Manning and vice versa. Dev, you are technically the visiting team, so why don't you kick it off?
Okay, all right. Well, reason 1 for me, with the addition of Jimmy Graham as tight end, Russell Wilson finally has an elite receiver who can be an absolute nightmare of a matchup for opposition. This is something that Russell Wilson has never had. He's never had anybody near as good as Jimmy Graham to throw to. So when you have someone like that in the end zone, that increases somebody's touchdowns overall, as well as it opens up the entire offense altogether. So nobody's really used to Russell Wilson throwing a crazy amount of touchdowns every year, because they got Lynch there to run the ball. So they're more known for the running game. But you add that chip, it's just one more element that we've never seen Russell play with, and I'm very excited. I'm convinced almost that alone is reason enough. But what do you say about Manning there?
Well, as far as Manning's concerned, despite being hampered by injury towards the end of the year, last year, he still put up fantastic numbers as he always does. I mean, sure, he didn't throw his record-breaking 55 TDs or anything like he did a couple years ago, but he still put up decent enough numbers to get most fantasy teams into the playoffs. Now, if he stays healthy, I think he could probably split the difference between his last 2 seasons, and that would put him still at an elite tier this year. I mean, the loss of Julius Thomas, sure, that kind of sucks, but I don't necessarily think it affects him all that much. What's your second reason, Devan?
Well, actually, my second reason would kind of be your reason for against Manning.
What?
I think we saw the best Manning will ever do in that 55 touchdown season, and after that he was ranked number 1 overall, and I haven't seen that ever when a quarterback is ranked number 1 overall, for many reasons. I'm sure you'll probably tell your listeners in later episodes.
It's true.
He's probably not going to be able, actually, I guarantee you, there's no way he's going to be able to hit close to 55 TDs and be that kind of a threat. And he's aging, so I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Another thing I'm concerned with Peyton is I think they're going to, because of that age, and they want to make sure he stays healthy for the playoffs, they're going to limit his throwing, his passing. They're going to try to lean on the run a little bit more. And I think overall that is going to just lower his fantasy value a little bit. That's my reason too.
But, he could still do, like I said, if you split the difference, he's looking at a range of about 40 to 46 touchdowns. That's still elite status. You're not going to see many QBs being able to throw anything close to that, quite honestly, this year.
No, and again, it's hard for me to trash talk Peyton Manning because he's one of the greatest, and some will say the greatest all time, right? So, but here's the other reason then, if that's true. Let's say hypothetically,
you want to talk about his greatness. Let me just get my reason number 2 in there. Who doesn't want to join in on the ride that is what I predict is going to be Manning's swan song? Now, I know that there's talk about him playing beyond this year, but you know what? This is it. This is the whole enchilada. He's done, man. This is the last year, and he is going to go out with a bang. It is definitely going to be Super Bowl or bust this year for the Broncos. Now, I know that we've been saying that for years, but this is it. Not kind of like, oh, this might be it. No, this is it. And don't allow like I was saying earlier, don't allow the loss of Julius Thomas to lead you astray. There will be weeks where Manning's going to be able to win you the week himself. So, come on.
And that's true. There is weeks that he will have the ability to do that. And here's the other thing, though. I mean, does Peyton Manning run the ball into the end zone himself? I think he's probably done it like 2 times his entire career, maybe. I don't know the exact stats on that, but it's probably very little. And Russell Wilson has the capacity to run in 2 touchdowns in one game himself. So you talk about a guy who can win you a week. When you have a quarterback that can run in the ball himself, with all the other weapons they have going for them, Russell Wilson has just been year after year improving and getting better and better. He's younger. He's in his prime now. I understand why you would pick. I respect that you're going to pick Peyton, but I still think Russell Wilson is the better number 3 pick for me.
All right, well, the good thing about having home field advantage means I get to say my last reason right now. With the Broncos they're no longer favorites to take the AFC, and it's almost guaranteed that the Broncos are going to be forced into more shootouts all season. I don't think that they're necessarily going to be behind, but you know what they do? They run up the score, and they're going to be competitive games where they're going to have to make sure that they put up a lot of points because they're not going to be able to defend the ball as well this year. So, yeah, I mean, Broncos points, yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand. I get where you're coming from, and the Broncos being in that situation, running up the score. See, I don't think that though. I guess that's where we disagree because I don't think they're going to be a team that tries to run up the score now. They've been there, they've done that, and it hasn't really worked out too well for them. Mm-hmm. I think they have to change their game and try to manage the clock a little bit better and run the ball and slow the pace down a bit. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I understand it, but I'm still Russell.
No, you No, I get that. And honestly, though, when I think of it too, when you look at it, like the biggest defining factor of this particular argument is it's Russell Wilson having an additional weapon like Jimmy Graham. Russell, he replaces Peyton Manning on my top 10 for sure. So great ranked match, Devan. Congratulations, kudos, you won the first ranked match ever on Pigskin Pointers. What do you think? Awesome. Who do you think will be the biggest difference maker at QB this year in fantasy? Let us know in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and all of that awesome stuff. Please follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/Pigskin Pointers. Join our Pigskin Pointers group on Facebook. It's public. It's easy to find. Just search Pigskin Pointers. That'll be the first thing in your browser window. I'm Ryan Phillip Lam, and I'll see you next time for Pigskin Pointers.